I'm Rachel Elzafan.
And I'm John DeShulo.
We are so thankful to have you with us as we share the mission of Mercy Flight, saving lives from the ground up.
Stay with us as we present incredible highlights from this year's Beacon of Hope Gala.
It was an extraordinary night inside the Mercy Flight hangar, where hundreds gathered to bid on auction items, be entertained by the Tenors, a singing group from Toronto, and share stories of when minutes matter, how Mercy Flight saves lives.
Mercy Flight is Western New York's leading emergency medical transport organization in the air and on the ground.
As a nonprofit organization, your donation is critical and so meaningful. Join us for the next half hour to find out how your generosity at this time or at any time of the year can make a difference.
Go to mercyflight.org and click the orange button to donate. And now, Rachel, let's listen to some of the conversations you had with some of the people you met on the orange carpet to kick off the night.
How long have you been with the ground crew?
About 6 months.
And how about you?
About a year and 2 months.
Now, as we were just talking about, a lot of people, hear Mercy Flight and they think of in the air, but can you tell us about the impact on the ground as well?
We have bases in Niagara Falls and Batavia and Springville where we provide 911 emergency services for the town and the surrounding areas. We work together with the air crew when we need to, and we serve the community.
And how do you think that this has helped, having the ground crew has helped Mercy Flight grow?
When there's a real important trauma call, like a car accident, they dispatch, they get the helicopter ready, or when we get to the scene, we assess the patient and the scene, and we determine whether we need a helicopter right away. And they're always on standby. They come right away to pick them up, to take them to either ECMC or Strong.
And it's so crucial for the community. Now, as we've been mentioning, you guys are a nonprofit, and 10 years, that is wonderful that you are able to keep growing. To see the support from the community at this event, what does that mean to you?
It's amazing how Mercy Flight is integral in this community.
Yes.
It's something that we all grew up with growing up here. Mercy Flight was always well known, and it's just something to aspire to as we grew in our careers. I was a Mercy Flight patient.
You were?
Yep.
Can you tell me about that?
I was in an accident when I was 16, and Mercy Flight saved my life, and it made me want to become a paramedic, and working here is one of my dreams.
Can you tell me a little bit about your accident?
I was in a head-on motor vehicle collision.
Wow.
And I was 16. I wasn't an EMT yet. I was a freshman in high school, and the volunteer fire company came and amazed me with how they had all this training and tools, and then Mercy Flight.
Can you tell me just about the important mission of Mercy Flight and just how crucial as a doctor is it to see it in the community?
Well, Mercy Flight plays a critical role in access for people who aren't lucky enough to live close enough to much needed medical care. So for someone who lives in the southern tier or who happens to be injured and needs to get to definitive care really quickly, without Mercy Flight, they're really out of luck. So the role that Mercy Flight plays in the community is really integral into making sure that everyone gets the critical care that they need.
Manny, can you tell me, I know this is so important to Russell Salvatore, and just about why Mercy Flight?
You know, last year, it was my first time that I experienced the visit in here, Mercy Flight. A week ago, we came in and looked at the facility and all the amazing work that all the volunteers are doing, how this was founded. There is a lot to talk about, the amazing effort that goes every day to rescue people. And now that when I'm at work, I'm a corporate chef for Kaleida Health in ECMC. I have the opportunity to see these Mercy Flights landing on the top of the hospital. And I look up and I said, there's a kid being saved if it's a children's hospital, or there's a person being saved today at Buffalo General. But it's such a gratitude to be here. Of course, representing Russell Salvatore, whose heart is really, really, really large for his body.
And Sister Sheila Marie, this is, you talk about women in power. Sister Sheila Marie, you are a woman of power, great power, from spiritual and all of the great help that you've done for Mercy Flight.
Thank you very much, but I'm not sure I agree with you.
Well, Sister Sheila Marie is very humble, but you were there right from the get-go because this was clearly your idea. And what was that like, those first meetings?
It was Doug's idea,
well, that's true,
but I had to say yes.
How did that all start?
It started when Doug came to my office at Mercy Hospital when I was the administrator there, and he said, "Sister, I have a wonderful idea." He was doing the ambulance service at the time, and I said, "I better sit down." And he said, "I think we should get a helicopter." I said, "A helicopter for what?" "To transport patients." And I said, "Where would we put it?" "We'd put it in the doctor's parking lot." And then it grew from there, and I think every hospital in the Western New York area has a helipad now, and I'm sure the lives that have been saved by quick transportation and care while they were in the helicopter have saved a lot of lives.
Before we move ahead, we would be remiss if we failed to mention a special thanks to our heroes in orange and blue. You've seen many of them here tonight. These are the individuals who put their own lives on hold when an emergency strikes, no matter what the hour. And they respond without hesitation. And you'll see in just a little bit how important that is. But it just doesn't end right there. We pay tribute to our local first responders and the entire EMS community and our hospital partners. So please give them a round of applause too, the individuals on each end of the Mercy Flight mission. Tonight, we recognize the 10-year anniversary of our ground ambulance service, Mercy EMS. Now, these hometown heroes work hard 24 hours a day to save lives on the ground. You may not have realized Mercy has the ground service. It's important to recognize because, you might just think we're in the air. Not the case. The ground team joins the air medevac team to save lives each and every day. And it's unique because we're all here tonight in the hangar, and that's just really steps away from the dispatch center. The dispatch center is taking calls right now, and they could result in sending a Mercy Flight team by ground or by air to save lives. The dispatch center include dedicated professionals who have answered the call to help us all. The founding president and CEO of Mercy Flight is Doug Baker. He, along with Margie Ferrantino, Sister Sheila Marie Walsh, Scott Wooten, and the board of directors are the backbones of the organization. And without their vision and dedication of the 200-plus employees of Mercy Flight and Mercy EMS, countless lives they just wouldn't have been saved. So, with the entire Mercy Flight team, whether you're on the board, whether you're an administrator, whether you're on the EMS crew, the pilot, stand up and let's recognize you here tonight. So everybody that's here from Mercy Flight, please stand up. This is the team that makes a difference every single day. And let them hear it in the dispatch center, everybody. Come on, let's hear it. Thank you very much. Representing this team is the chairman of the board, Mike Bolus. Come on up, Mike. You got a chance to meet him outside on the orange carpet. Mike has a few words to continue with our presentation. There you go, Mike.
Thank you, John. As chair of the Mercy Flight board, I get to work with a lot of amazing people who are dedicated, skilled, and most importantly, compassionate, caring for individuals as they are likely experiencing their worst moments in life. The theme of this year's gala is saving lives from the ground up. Whether it's our team of professionals who serve in our on-ground ambulance units or our fine men and women assigned to the state-of-the-art Bell helicopters, the Mercy Flight team is ready to respond for any medical emergency. I can assure you that the board understands and recognizes the importance of continuing the mission originally set forth by Doug, Margie, and Sister Sheila more than 35 years ago. On behalf of our management team and our board, I welcome you to the 2019 Gala and thank you for all the support that you have given to this wonderful organization. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much, Mike. Mike Bolus. We invite you to watch each one of these videos and really give it your complete attention because this is why we're here tonight. We need you to open your hearts to Mercy Flight's critical mission, one of the last air medevac nonprofits in the country. So we're going to direct your attention to the screens. Our first patient is Wally Schneider. You're going to find out how a Mercy flight he took 15 years ago after an accident changed his life.
So I was 15, had just gotten out of school. My dad sent my brother and I to pick up lake stone to build a sidewalk at our house. We filled the back of our Blazer, and then the last thing I remember is pulling out of my driveway. My brother blacked out, and we had a telephone pole on my side. And when we hit, all that rock shifted and destroyed the back of my seat. Ridgeway responded with assistance from Medina. During that, they had to extricate me from the vehicle. They had Mercy Flight come.
Mercy Flight 5, you have a goal for motor vehicle accident?
My mom said I grabbed on, don't put me in. I was talking about a garden that I needed to tend to that I didn't have. I did not want to go. It was my first time flying, but luckily I went. Mercy Flight transported me to ECMC, and then from there by ambulance to Women and Children's. So I ruptured the inner lining of my spleen. I fractured my right hip, my right pelvis, my right ankle, and then I broke 4 vertebrae off my spine. They told my parents, when they got to the hospital, you'll see your son shortly. About 4 hours later, they finally saw me and were told that I probably wouldn't live through the night, and that if I did, I wouldn't walk again. But because of Mercy Flight, I made it. When you just about lose it all, it kind of changes you. You got to see the positive in everything. Just live it day by day and be happy. Because of Mercy Flight, I can do what I love. So I volunteer as a interior firefighter as well as the EMS captain for Lindenville. If those volunteers from Ridgeway and Medina didn't do what they do, I wouldn't have been here. They wouldn't have been there to call you guys to get me where I needed to be. So it's kind of my way of giving back, because I should be dead, but I'm not. I'm Wally Schneider. I'm the EMS captain with the Lindenville Fire Department, and I firsthand know that when minutes matter, Mercy Flight saves lives.
And Wally is right here. Wally, it's an amazing story. Thank you for sharing this.
You're welcome.
And you know what? Wally is giving back to the community with your EMS service, so thank you very much. God bless you, Wally.
Thank you.
All right, Wally Schneider, another patient when minutes matter.
I'm Rachel Elzafon.
And I'm John DeSciullo.
These are some of the life-saving missions of Mercy Flight, Western New York's nonprofit air medical professionals, a beacon of hope when minutes matter.
This year, your gift to Mercy Flight will help their mission to save lives from the ground up. Go to mercyflight.org and click the donate button. The site is secure to take your much-needed donation.
Thank you for keeping Mercy Flight in the air and on the ground.
And this time, we're going to meet Matt Falkner. And this is a young man who would not have graduated high school if it were not for Mercy Flight. An accident 10 years ago put Matt in a coma. Who knew if he was going to graduate from high school? Who knew if he was going to survive? But let's take a look at the video and find out about his journey.
I don't remember anything from that day. It was March 2nd. I don't remember going to school at all that day. And I wish I would have remembered it because it was the last day I was ever in high school. I was out with some friends after school one day, and we decided to go to the neighboring town of East Aurora. And then on our way back, my friend was driving. She misinterpreted the turning signal of an oncoming pickup truck, and she proceeded with the turn, and the pickup truck T-boned her Geo Prism right in the back seat where I was sitting. So first responders got there pretty quickly. Everybody else was fine, everybody else walked away. I was unconscious.
Mercy Flight 6, Mercy Flight Radio. Transit in the 400? Yeah, we gotta have the bird, and I'll notify you for a landing zone.
They called upon Mercy Flight because I needed to get to the hospital very, very quickly. My condition was so poor at the time. I was abnormally postured, what's known as decerebral posturing, and that's a very, very bad sign. It means that the brain is disconnected from the central nervous system. So the therapy, it was very intensive.
Good job, Matthew.
And after 103 days of being in the hospital, I was able to walk out of the hospital on my own 2 feet.
Matthew Falkner.
Walking across the stage at my high school graduation was a very emotional experience for me, and it's really what motivated me to work so hard to be able to recover and to be able to walk out of the hospital. You know, I had a very slim chance of surviving and an even slimmer chance of recovering the way that I did, but Mercy Flight allowed me to have that chance by being there to quickly transport me to the ICU. I really love going places and speaking about my experience recovering from a traumatic brain injury. We all have our own hardships, but what makes us individuals is how we choose to respond to any situation. Today I am a fully functional member of society, and I'm happily married and I work a full-time job, and my husband and I are currently in the process of being matched to adopt a baby. I'm Matt Falkner. When minutes matter, Mercy Flight saved my life.
And here we are with Matt Falkner. Matt, what did you think of that story?
Oh, it was great. It was really well done.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Well, and you're here with your husband, and very emotional time for you both.
Yes, it is, yes. But we're happy to be here.
Well, good luck to you, and good luck with the baby coming up.
Oh, thank you so much.
You think you're not getting any sleep now? Wait till then, okay?
Right.
We want to introduce you in this piece to a precocious and vibrant little boy, Flint Horn. Now, this little guy from the southern tier, well, he arrived early on the planet with complications that nobody knew were coming. His mom, Brenda, tells us how the immediate response for Mercy Flight to take him from Olean to what is now Oshai Children's Hospital saved his life. Take a look at the screens.
It was me. Yes, it was you. This is your birth story. There was no indication that he would come early. We had absolutely no idea. And all of a sudden, here we are with a newborn that needs help that our hospital can't provide. His complications were a collapsed lung and a strep B infection. And then at 7:45 that morning, a nurse had come in and said that the doctor had decided that he needs to go up to Buffalo. Being a mom, I was stunned and I was heartbroken that I wouldn't be able to hold my son right away. I only had maybe 5 minutes of trying, to touch his little hand or his little arm in between all the wires and lines. And after we got back to our room, the Mercy Flight crew had come in with Flynn in the cube, and they had explained everything to us about the cube and how he was going to be transported. And I specifically remember one of the flight members telling me that we're not taking him until you're comfortable. Ask as many questions. I'm sorry. For me, I didn't want him to leave, but because I know Mercy Flight has the equipment and the services and the caring people, They gave me the sense of security that I needed to be able to send my son out the morning after he was born.
I want something with a roller coaster.
Wow. It is, and it's wonderful looking at him, and you wouldn't even know. You would have no idea he went through these trials. Just a couple of months ago we were here. Adam came, and he was the flight paramedic, and Adam and Flynn bonded immediately. It was so sweet to see Adam put Flynn in the helicopter, and you could just tell that Adam loves his job, and he loves reconnecting with the families that he's helped. I have no doubt that Mercy Flight absolutely saved my son's life.
And here we are with Mom and Dad right here, Brenda and Josh. Terrific story, terrific story. I know it's emotional to see. Hi, Dad, how are you?
All right.
You're good. Hey, I hear this is date night for you.
It is, yeah.
You've got Flynn, who's doing pretty good. He's 3, right? Yeah, and you have another little one. How old is he?
He will be 1 in 2 weeks.
3 and 1. So let's have a happy date night for you guys, all right? Thanks for being here tonight, sharing your story.
Hello, I'm Russell Salvatore. I wish I could be with you tonight for the Beacon of Hope Gala, but duty calls me at Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more. I'm amazed at what I have seen at Mercy Flight. Such a dedicated team here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with the sophisticated helicopters ready, because lives are saved when minutes matter. I am also happy I could sponsor and welcome to Western New York our headline entertainers, the Tenors. I love their music, and they are such sharp dressers also. God has blessed me, so I'm honored to support Mercy Flight. Let's all work together and keep the life-saving mission going on the ground and in the air. Thank you for your support, and I will always be supporting Mercy Flight in the future. Donate tonight and online at mercyflight.org.
Mr. Salvatore, on behalf of the entire Mercy Flight family and the communities we serve, we'd like to thank you for your generous support.
Thank you so much. I really love doing this. You are so important to the community. God bless you, and God bless everybody for the beautiful tour you took me through your property. Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you.
Now, being here in this hangar is really, truly monumental. And everyone here knows of someone who's been touched personally by Mercy Flight, whether hearing a story of a dramatic rescue on the news, witnessing the helicopter soaring overhead, or loving someone who has been saved, or even utilizing Mercy Flight services personally. Now, stop for a moment and consider, what if Doug Baker and Margie Ferrantino and Sister Sheila, who are here tonight, imagine for a minute if they never envisioned this mission of Mercy Flight. I know it's hard to imagine. Imagine if they didn't imagine how this emergency medical service would be so crucial for Western New York. And what if the thousands of fire, police, and emergency responders and hospital teams were not our valuable hospital partners? What if the caring corporations and businesses and citizens of our community were not as generous? Imagine a world without Mercy Flight. Now, I know it's difficult actually to fathom, but did you ever wonder what really takes place on a Mercy Flight call? Or how these amazing men and women of Mercy Flight and all of the great first responders work together to save lives? Well, if you look at the screens, here exactly is what happens when minutes matter.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
And how's your serve coming along?
Not so good.
I think we should work on it this weekend.
Mom, Amy's birthday bash slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
Is your room clean?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you
This is Springville Fire Control. I got a two-car motor vehicle accident with entrapment. Springville 9 is requesting Mercy Flight 5 respond to the location of 13915 White Street.
Can we get a hold of it? Calm down. Picked him out.
Lauren? Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're going to take care of you, okay?
Mercy Flight Ground, Mercy Flight number 5. 02 minute ETA.
We need to stabilize her neck. Ready? Ma'am, tell me your name.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
We have possible head trauma.
Okay, very
Line reporting landing zone and security. She's presenting severe head trauma. She's drifting in and out of consciousness.
Okay, very good. I'm going to wait. Go ahead. You have your mommy on your car now, okay?
Clearance for Children's Hospital. Mercy Flight number 5, 12 minute ETA to your rooftop.
Hang on, Lauren, just a few minutes before we land. She's losing consciousness.
10-year-old female patient involved in a motor vehicle collision. Vehicle rollover required a 20-minute extrication on scene.
Thanks for watching our special presentation of highlights from the Mercy Flight Beacon of Hope Gala.
If you've been inspired by the amazing stories of those who have been saved by Mercy Flight and the first responders who assist Mercy Flight, remember that your support is critical.
Mercy Flight is a life-saving nonprofit mission bringing emergency medical care in a critical time of need. The angels in orange and blue are truly heroes.
Your gift is important and makes a meaningful difference. Go to mercyflight.org and click the orange Donate tab, and together we can keep Mercy Flight in the air and on the ground when minutes matter.
I'm Rachel Elzafan.
And I'm John DeShulo. Thanks for watching.